Great.
Okay, recording in progress. So welcome to the webinar, everyone. I'm not going to talk about many things because you are Ula's fan club, yes? So as Ula said at the beginning, there are a lot of people whose names she remembers and whom she knows. Just to remind you, Ula is not only a teacher, but she's also a teacher trainer, a coach. She has her own blog, and she has written some publications for teachers in English. And she's involved in all kinds of projects concerning teaching kids, but not only, yes, because even the subject of today's webinar can concern any level, any age, yes, because it creates this positive atmosphere. In the chat box, I am going to provide you with Ula's webinars for IATEFL Poland that she has already presented, so that those of you who might be interested in any of the previous webinars will be able to find them on our YouTube channel. So you will have access to YouTube channel. So Ula, over to you. One more thing, one very important thing. Of course, as usual, I'm going to provide you with the link to our annual conference. But please, if you want, so this is Ula's last webinar in this 22-23 series. If you want to see Ula and meet her personally, hopefully, register for our annual conference in Wrocław between the 22nd and the 24th of September. Ula will be there with all her inspiration and all her positive energy. So just remember about it. Over to Ula.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you all that you have decided to come. Sorry for my voice, but the worse the voice of the teacher, the better the voice of the students. Okay, the worse the voice of the teacher, the more work for students. Okay, so it's good. So things happen, but I decided to meet you. As you know, that's our last meeting this year. So I couldn't have missed it. So that's why I am here. We are going to talk about songs, and as probably all the teachers say, okay, songs are only for kids, for small children. Not really. I love listening to songs, and I love using songs when teaching English to teenagers and grown-up people as well. But of course, we should start with children, because if we do not make children like songs, they will not willingly use them when they are teenagers or adults as a teaching tool. So first of all, I will provide you with some theoretical background about the songs, but not only. I will play some songs for you. Unfortunately, I cannot sing any song today because of my voice, unfortunately. But maybe next year, my webinar will be the first one. So then I may sing a song in September. So if you want to listen to me singing, just come to the conference or just register for my webinar in September and we can sing. You can also go to my YouTube channel, my favorite one, which is full of songs I sing and which is full of ideas. Okay? People like listening to songs, and that's why we should make songs a useful teaching tool. When you play music, in the same time you make people, not only children, you make people be relaxed. And the more relaxed we are, the better we learn. The more relaxed we teachers are, the better we teach. And there is a tendency to repeat songs we like. So if you find a song your students like, you can come back to it over and over again. And then students will know everything what is in the song. sometimes it happens that we just play a song and make students listen to it, and that's it. No, I am really against using a mother tongue, but from time to time it's useful because students should understand what they are listening to. So it's not a problem when you introduce a song and when you introduce lyrics and you make students understand when even using mother tongue. Don't worry, it's okay, because children will remember and they will repeat the sentences, they will repeat words, they will repeat phrases, they will repeat lyrics of the songs, even if it is a long sentence, but they have to understand what they are going to listen about, what they are going to sing about. So they need the context. And how to create a context. You can play any song you like, but if you find a song which is, I don't know, very popular nowadays, it is good to use it. Of course, not with very small kids because they may not understand, but with teenagers, it's fantastic. What I did with my students when I was teaching in secondary school students, first I played a song I liked. It was Yesterday, my favorite song. Okay, they were listening to it. They were trying to sing. We were working on words. We were even doing some grammar exercises because yesterday means past. So we were talking about past. Okay, and then it was just a year project. I asked students that every month they are to prepare the song they like. Okay, of course, I couldn't have all the students preparing a song, but those who wanted, okay, they got extra marks for it, but they really brought songs they liked. But they also had to prepare something, not only a song. They had to prepare something about the group. They had to prepare something about a singer, doesn't matter if it is a man or a woman, okay, something about, okay, so some reading text, and then they were to prepare a song. First, there was always a gap filling exercise. I do like a gap filling exercise. Of course, we teachers know that when we prepare a gap filling exercise, we should wrap out every 6th or 7th word. But it doesn't matter what my students did, still even 5 gap fillings, even 5 gaps, 10 gaps, up to them, okay? But they really liked the songs, they really liked to show their peers that they like some kinds of music. I remember one student bringing a very difficult song with heavy metal music or something like that. I couldn't recognize the words. I couldn't separate the words. I had problems. For him, it was fantastic because I couldn't find words he wanted from me. But okay, it was great. And it was also the proof that the more times you listen something you do not understand for the first time, you may understand what the text is about. So it was a really nice exercise for students to show, and a really nice example to show students that you can work out every text. Okay, and of course, at the end of the lesson, we were trying to sing the song, and it was fantastic. I cannot sing myself, but I love singing. And when my student noticed that I tried to sing, they also were trying to sing. So it's perfect. Okay? So first, choose a song you like. And even if you don't like a song, just say that you like the song. So they say, oh, something you like. And you can find out something about the hobbies. You can find out about the taste. You can find out a lot about your students. Okay? And then they also learn about themselves and they learn about one another. Okay, why songs are that great? They have got repeated parts, and that's something what we love. And that's something what we teachers know is a very useful teaching tool. When we listen to a song for the first time, we do not have to understand everything, but at least we can repeat the repeated parts of the song. Okay, and the repetitions, which are just inbuilt in a song, they are there. The lines are repeated, and it's a potential source for students to remember the sentence. And songs are used not to teach, but they are used to make students acquire the language. So we know that they learn words, we know that they learn some grammar, but actually they acquire. That's why I said that we should make students understand songs, whatever songs, rhymes, whatever you use, but for them it's just a pleasure. Okay, when you play a song and you see that they do not understand a word, you can say a word quickly in Polish or any language, just a mother tongue, and when they listen to the song again, they hear the word, they will not have to have the Polish equivalent again. Okay, but I love authentic songs, but they may consist of the language which students may have problems to understand. Some sayings, sometimes it's good, you can discuss the sayings or proverbs with your students, but sometimes there are sentences incorrectly written. We don't need no education. I think you remember the song, okay? The lyrics from the song. We don't need no education. For us, teachers of English, completely incorrect. But in songs, it may appear. When you work with teenagers and grown-up people, it's okay. You can discuss the mistakes, okay, or ungrammatical things in a song. It's okay. Because people don't have to speak correct English to be well-known singers. It's okay. Yeah, but when you work with children, smaller kids, you should use songs children listen to and sing in England or in America. But you also have to be careful because there are sometimes some, I don't know, cultural things which we do not have to understand, okay? So before you actually play a song, before you actually make students listen to the song, you have to know the song, you have to know what the song is about, okay? Songs are associated with the culture. That's why I love using the songs. And it doesn't matter if you use the songs for adults or children, if you use the songs for elementary students or students whose level is really advanced. There are a lot of grammar in songs. There are a lot of grammatical, lexical items which you can find out in songs, but you must know the purpose why you use a song. A song may be used just to make the atmosphere more positive, more friendly. Okay, you can use a song to stop one activity and to start another one, but you can also use a song for a particular grammar structure. Truly, Madly, Deeply Do. It's a very nice song, in which you can find I'll, okay? Instead of I will, they pronounce I'll in such a way that everybody will know how to say it after listening and after singing that song. It's fantastic. I love the song, really. So look for a particular grammar structure, and then you as a teacher will be satisfied. Your students will have a lot of fun, will learn, will acquire the language in a very positive atmosphere, but you will have the aim of the lesson. The aim of the lesson is not to listen to a song, it's the aim for your students. For you, you have to find something which is just more educational, okay? Even if songs are difficult, but if we if you find out what kinds of music your students like, you can use authentic songs, even if they have really difficult language. It's okay, because if they want, if they like, if they want to listen to it, they will learn, and they will even be motivated to find out the structure, find out or work out the structures, okay, and find out the words. You can ask students to translate songs into their mother tongue, okay. Translations may vary, so then we can have some different texts in mother tongue, and again, you can ask them to translate the text from mother tongue into English, and we will find out that there are completely different songs that students use. It's really, really great. And then we can talk about translation, we can talk about interpretations, okay? So then we can, so if we are translators or rather interpreters, okay? So then it's also a really nice way to make students be aware of the fact that we do understand the language completely, maybe not completely, but we may understand the language differently. We understand the cultural things differently, we understand the sayings differently. So, okay, and we can also translate sentences differently, okay? And then students may be aware, especially teenagers or grown-up people, that that literal translation word by word will not work, and it's not the translation that is the best one, okay? We should just interpret, okay? There are a lot of songs in course books. In a moment I will play some songs for you, but those usually the songs in course books are especially written for the course books. But it's okay, it's nothing wrong with it, because especially with children, they are easier to follow. They will contain the language children can understand. Okay, so then we can sacrifice more time to lexical items or grammatical structures, which we know. And we know that the songs are written for students, maybe not to acquire the language, but rather to learn, but it's nothing wrong. At least music is something what we need. And the music is something that makes the atmosphere more friendly. So don't worry, even if we don't like the songs in the course books that much, but it's okay. I love them. I love using them, like video materials, which are prepared especially for the course books. They are graded, but it's good. Students can see some language live, and it's nothing wrong about it. Of course, when there are holidays like Christmas or some other holidays, there are songs, or especially Christmas, there are songs especially prepared for that particular time of the year, and we should use the songs. And there are a lot of Christmas songs or Christmas carols which are in different languages the same. So then we can also even ask our students to sing, for example, Silent Night in German, in English, in French, in Polish, whatever the language, Spanish, okay, or Happy Birthday song is also the song which is presented in many languages, okay? So then we can also ask students to sing different songs, and then we can compare. We do not only compare the language, we compare the culture and that, or cultures, and that's what I love. Sorry. Why? When we listen to songs, we develop skills, mostly listening. But if the song is connected with reading, like gap filling exercise, we can also develop a reading skill, and a reading skill helps us develop listening skill. So when there is a gap filling exercise, actually it's a listening comprehension, or reading and listening comprehension. So we do not only develop one skill or one competence, we do develop a lot. We develop grammatical competence, we do develop lexical competence, we do develop general knowledge, so general language competence. We make our students be tolerant to other cultures, so it's fantastic. And students, it's good when students discuss things after the song. So we can ask them to write, and we can ask them to discuss the ending or the further part of the song. They can become writers, or they can imagine what may happen next. Okay? When we work with a song with kids, it's good to ask them to draw. While listening, they can draw. They may not understand a word, but they can understand the feeling, or they may feel the song. So we may ask them a question if the song is a happy song, unhappy song. Okay, we may ask them to find out the colors they would use to draw the song. They don't have to understand the lyrics, but at least they will understand something. Okay, so this is how we teach them reading in between lines. Later on, when they are old, when they are more advanced learners, they do read in between lines, or they do listen in between lines, so they can find out on the base of the intonation, they can find out what people think about a particular situation. Okay, and they can recognize if a person is happy or unhappy. Okay, so please do start really early. We can ask small kids to listen to the song, and when they hear, for example, the name of the animal, they can clap. And again, it does, of course, it's very important, and it's good when they hear the dog and they clap when they hear a word, a dog. But it doesn't matter. At least they are trying to listen, and they are trying to catch a word, and they are trying to clap their hands. Okay? At least they do it. Okay. Of course, the first listening is always the most difficult one, but later on, you can introduce the words, you can show pictures in the connection with animals. Okay. And then again, you can ask them to listen to the song, and they can clap hands when they hear the name of the animal. For sure, there will be more clapping, and the clapping will be the correct one. Okay, so it's fantastic. I love such a game. When working with Old MacDonald Had a Farm, it's a fantastic song. I love it. It's fantastic. It's great. But first, you can make students just to listen to it and clap hands. And we can ask students to interpret the song, especially those who are much older. As I said about finding the story behind. I don't know if you know the story, if you know some songs by Cranberries. Okay, it's a very nice, the leader is not living anymore, but the lyrics there were really fantastic, really impressive. And very often she was singing about serious matters. Okay, so she was also singing about problems Irish people had with British people. Okay, so some problems, some wars, some conflicts, etc. Okay, so we can use the songs to discuss really important or difficult subjects. It's great because when people sing, they can express themselves, and then we can discuss it. Okay, I was talking about gap filling exercise. Song Jumbo, my favorite, oh no, not okay, one of my favorite ways, because I have got many favorite ways. When I know that students may have problems while listening to understand everything, I use a gap filling exercise, even for kids, and then I cut the lines. And when students listen to songs, they put the lines in the correct order. It's fantastic. And when I work with students who are more advanced, I cut 2 songs and I mix the lyrics of 2 songs. So it is more difficult. Okay. First, I ask them to work in pairs, and I ask them to make 2 songs out of the lyrics. It's not easy, but okay, they will try to read lines over and over again, and they may try to make 2 songs. Okay, and then I play the song and they try to find out how to put the lines. Okay, so you can make the work more difficult. Even much more difficult would be if you put the song into lines, if you cut the song, the lyrics into lines, and you can decide on the gap filling exercise at the same time. So you can rap out some of the words. Okay, so it's more difficult. Why not? It's up to you what you want to get from your students. Of course, when we talk about gaps, you should be aware if we are going to talk about grammar or lexical items. Okay, so you rap out the words which may be used later on while grammatical or vocabulary exercises. Okay, I like songs when there are beginnings of sentences and then I rap out the endings. I'll be yours. Okay, I mentioned Truly Madly Deeply Do, also my favorite group, whose songs I use very often. Okay, and the lyrics I'll be your, I'll be your, I'll be your, I'll be your. Just 4 times. It's repeated. I will be your whatever. Okay, and then I put students into pairs. And I ask them to complete the sentences, complete the lyrics. With students who are a little bit more advanced, I may ask, because there are 4 lines, I can ask to make the rhyming pairs. Okay, so it's more difficult, but more work, more lexical, more work with lexical items and more work with pronunciation. Why not? So there are a lot of exercises you can work out with. You can prepare for students when you work with songs. Okay, dictation. There is a song which we play at the end of the year. Rock around the clock tonight. I think you know it's a rock and roll song. And before I play the song, I always tell my students that if you manage to put all the lyrics before the song finishes, you will get 5, 6, whatever, or you will not have to do anything during English lessons. Okay, and then I play the song Rock Around the Clock Tonight. Of course, they will not manage because it's too fast, but they are trying. Okay, so it's a funny way to show them that dictation may happen. Okay, and there are some exams while which there are dictations. So we can start with dictating the lyrics of our songs. Why not? Okay, you can put students into pairs, or you can take 1 student who will dictate. You can take 4 students and give them parts of songs and they will dictate. Okay, so it's really great. Okay. When we work with children, we should sing songs and make students repeat first the words together with the action. Head and shoulders, knees and toes, the most fantastic song which students love and which we love as well. Okay, but and you know, we sing over and over again, faster and faster. Okay, but always when you say head, children should touch head. It's always like that, because when they touch anything, they will not learn at the same time. Okay, so it's funny, but we have to stop and we have to make sure that everybody touches the part of the body which we want them to part. Children love performing, but I do play head and shoulders, knees and toes with teenagers as well. From time to time they need moving. Why not? It's okay. So depending on the group you have and depending on how well you know your students. When you know your students, you know that they can sing any song you want from them, even songs for very small kids. Okay, when children learn songs, when you learn a song at the beginning of the lesson, during the lesson you repeat the song. At the end of the lesson, you can also repeat the song, and it is good when children leave the classroom with the song on their mouth. Okay, so then they can sing a song to their parents, or when you teach rhymes, do the same. They can say the rhyme. And if you are not sure the children may take the song with them, you can give the lyrics, or you can give them a CD, or you can send the song to parents onto their emails, and then they can use it at home. Or you can ask children, okay, I will teach you a song, but you have to find one person. It may be your brother, it may be your sister, it may be your mother, or maybe it may be your grandfather. You can teach the song to the person you have chosen, and please record how you sing together. Why not? Maybe not children in the kindergarten, but children in primary schools do have phones with them. Okay, so they can record, and next time they can come with the songs they sing with their parents, sisters, siblings, or whoever they taught the songs. Okay, and then you can make them play the song, and you can sing the song together. It's really fantastic. It's great, and you can do it. Of course, if there is a child, if there is a teenager who hasn't done it at home, you cannot give them one, or you cannot say, oh, it's bad. Okay, you just ask. It's something extra. It's a project. They don't have to do it, but if they do it, it's great. It's fantastic. Okay. For children, but not only for children, we can choose a song for a week, and every time we meet, we repeat the song. At the end of the lesson, we repeat the song or the rhyme. It's up to you. But you can do the same with teenagers. There can be a song for a week. There can be a song for a month. Up to you. And as I told you, just first your favorite song, and then next week, students, teenagers bring their own the songs they really like. I think you know Baba, Black Sheep, Have You Any Wool? It's fantastic. It's full of phonics, and it's full of rhyming things. So it's a very nice way you can do it. What I do with with teenagers, and I do sometimes work with songs for kids, but with teenagers, I make them change the words. Instead of Baba, black sheep, they can say Baba, white sheep, whatever. But it's fantastic, okay? Then instead of Baba, black sheep, they can say Baba, yellow dog, whatever. It's up to them, okay? So substitutions, it's an audiolingual method, okay? For them, it's funny because they can repeat the words and they can repeat the lines, they repeat the pace, they repeat the music, but they can make any changes they want. Of course, we need some rhyming things, so they will have to think about the words which will rhyme. Okay, but I like that kind of word, that kind of work, just changing the words. Okay, and then if you make students change words in groups, you may ask them to sing the song in groups. They will become, or they are better singers than you, the teacher. But it's okay. It's fantastic. For me, it's not a problem. And when I use Baba Black Sheep with children in primary school, I do make them draw the song. Okay, so they draw black sheep, etc., etc., etc. Okay, and so when you ask teenagers to make any changes, you can also ask them to present the story in the shape of a picture. It's really great. It's nice, and then we can listen to different languages. Okay. something to sum up why we should use songs, not only with kids, but mostly with kids, okay? So songs they are familiar with, okay? Oh, there are songs in Polish and in English, there are the same songs, okay? But they are just in English, so they can do it, okay? I love singing, okay? And when we choose a rhyme or a song, you should always sing a song with your kids. You should make them, or when you show the action, you cannot stop showing the action. You should always be active with your students. Of course, there is a moment of the lesson you want your students to perform in front of you. Then you sit with other kids, you sit with other students, with teenagers, grown-up people, and the floor is not yours. The floor belongs to a group that is singing or that is saying the rhyme, okay? The performances are really, really important. If you ask students to prepare something, if you ask them to prepare a song, you should find time for every group, every pair to sing a song in front of you. If you make students remember the rhyme, you should find time for everyone to say the rhyme in front of the classroom, because they will not be afraid of saying something they have prepared, singing a song together with a group. And later on, when they will have to present something individually, they will not have that many problems. Okay, so how to start? Short rhymes, short chants. Chants are fantastic. Songs and chants that have topics your children are learning about. That's why I was talking about course book, in which there are songs. You should understand, students should understand what the song is about, what the rhyme is about. Of course, with teenagers, we may make some guessing, why not? But at least you should know that they know generally what the song is about, okay? We do not only have to sing a song, but when we sing, we can make students sing very loudly. We make students sing very silently. Okay, we can ask them to sing as a group of small kids, and we may make them sing as a group of people of men, of footballers whose voices are really, really strong. Or we can ask them to sing a song like as a person with sore throat. Okay? So if you make the changes, it will be for children fantastic, amazing, interesting, involving, but they will repeat over and over the structures you want, the lexical items you want, etc. It is good when we use some instruments, but our hands can also be instruments, don't worry. But if you have some other instruments, why not? You can put students into groups and you can have many bands. But of course, then you have to get used to the noise. For me, it's not a problem. The noise means that students learn, and the noise means that they use English. And of course, we should encourage students to use the song outside. Okay, and I will show how I prepare materials for songs. Here I have got head and shoulders to show you. Okay, it will be very practical, but every song is like that. Okay, there is always a folder for every song. Look how many different exercises I have. Of course, I have the song itself. I will not play it because it's not time, but you know the song. And then I have words. Okay. Yeah. So flashcards and word cards. It must be like that. So every song is like that because I want to teach the words, and I want to teach the words which are used here. Okay, then different exercises. Okay, writing exercises. When I prepare exercises for smaller kids and I want students to take the exercises home, I always put English instruction and the Polish one. Parents do expect teachers, especially here in Poland, to have the Polish instructions that they know. Okay, so I even have writing. Why not? One of the exercises, all the items from Head and Shoulders are here to be written by. Then, so it was writing. So I do develop different skills. Then writing again, but then when they write, I ask them to read the word. I say the word and they point to the item. So we have got writing, we have got reading, we have got listening as well. Okay, and so just one picture, one piece of paper, you may say, and we have got 3 or even 4 skills which are developed, and of course also lexical competence as well, and writing itself. When you have got not that advanced students, you can put some letters. Okay, so it doesn't have to be that they must write the whole sentence, but the whole word. But why not? It's okay. It's just the example of the exercise which you can use. Sorry. Okay. I do love matching. Okay. We have got English words. We have got pictures. And I also put Polish words. Sometimes some educators say, no, it's not good. For me, it's okay. I love it because I know that the translation is also a method and I use the technique. So it's also like that. Okay, so matching game, but also with the Polish thing. Why not? You don't have to, it's up to you. If you enlarge the copies, you may have the words and the pictures separately. It's up to you what you want to do with just the example of the exercise. Okay, good. It's not everything. I have a lot of exercises, but every song is like that. I have a lot of exercises. Okay, yeah, and puzzles. Probably you have noticed, okay, that I use the same pictures. It's very important with kids. Okay, so since the beginning till the end of the work with here Head and Shoulders, I use the same pictures. Okay, I love puzzles. You know that I have got the magic machine which cuts out the puzzles in a very nice way, but here is also a very easy way, just the easy way. Okay, crosswords, different ones. Again, the same pictures, and students are to write. When you don't have that advanced students, you can put some letters. Okay, if you have more advanced students, you can put definitions. Okay, but the easiest pictures, I think, are the easiest one. And something what I really love, YesNo. Probably, I hope you were on my YouTube channel when there are YesNo games. I love it, my students love it, and I hope you will love it as well. So I also have YesNo things prepared for my students. Okay, and sorry, when I prepared word cards with kids who are in primary school in Poland, in the very first class of primary school, I prepare 2 kinds of words. Okay, so I have the words like that, and okay, so the words look almost as written words as well. Okay, so in Poland it's not that difficult because letters in English and in Polish the alphabet is the same. Okay, but when children start writing, okay, then I have to show them how the words in a with the written word, right? It is just it is a special kind of the okay. These are Polish words because I also use Polish words as well. Okay, so that's how I prepare. These are not all the materials, but that's how I prepare the materials for my students who do work. Moment, and I will show you YesNo game. I don't know if you know it. Okay, moment. Yes. What's sync? YesNo game. Okay, so look at the YesNo game, which you can play with.
Yes. 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 No. No. No.
Hello.
Yes. 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 Stops. Yes. 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 Very good. Yes. Yeah. Very good. Yes. Now I'm houses. Houses.
Okay, just to show you a film with YesNo. Just that's why I just wanted you to know that YesNo is really important. Okay, as the exercise. Instead of YesNo, you can prepare true false. Okay, but then you should build a sentence. Okay, I'm having, I'm keeping, I'm wearing, I'm putting on, etc., etc. Okay, so it works. It works. Okay, any questions? No questions? Any ideas?
I don't see any questions in the chat box. There was one question about the sources of songs, but I'm sure that there are so many. You just write
Super songs, yeah,
yeah.
a lot of jazz songs, a lot of with exercises as well. I
Yeah.
do prepare my own exercises, okay? As I didn't show you super songs exercises. There are there, but I use my own exercises, gap filling exercises, etc., etc. Okay. Any comments? Any ideas? Maybe some you. No, just
No,
helpful.
yes, I haven't found anything. I'm just letting someone in. Right. I don't see anything new. But everybody is so satisfied and they don't want to torture you anymore.
No, why
because,
not?
You know, you are so
It's our last
unbelievably
meeting today, so it would be nice to talk
you
to
are
some.
so brave, you know. I've been admiring you all the time that you can manage to talk in spite
Yeah.
of
It's okay.
Excellent.
Tomorrow is a free day, so I will be just in my garden. So I will not work tomorrow. I love the game, YesNo. Yeah, that's why I showed you how children work, because when you see children working and you can see how they enjoy. I spoke English, no problems for them, good, bad answers. I, of course, help them. Other students help them. It's okay. We are there, no problem. So yeah, all was very clear. Okay, so that's great. I hope you found the materials. Okay, I can give you the name of one book which I really love. There are 10 songs. It's Heinemann Kids. Heinemann Hits. It's a very expensive book, but there are 10 songs from Cranberries, from the Beatles, and from some really songs everybody knows. And they are together with some exercises, okay? Of course, I put more other exercises to it, but Heinemann Hits are really fantastic. I know that the book still exists. You can find it somewhere. And if you write to me, I can send you the PDF version if you want. This is the book with songs for teenagers.
Right. So I have, in the meantime, I have attached the certificate. I hope I have attached the proper one because the first time there was the wrong one. Let me open it. Right. Yes, the right certificate has been attached. So you can.
So maybe I will put my email address if somebody needed.
Yes, just.
Yeah, if somebody needs Heinemann Hits PDF version, I can send it to you, no problems. It's really fantastic. I love it. Okay, for teenagers and grown-up people as well. Okay.
I see
No
that
more questions.
Donika wants, yes, Donika.
Yeah, I have a question. Good evening,
yeah.
first of all.
Okay.
Since I am a young teacher, let's say, non-native speaker, of course, I would like to ask you, how can we engage putting songs maybe for teenagers or for large classes? Because we obviously know when it is a small class, like with 15 students, it's much easier to adapt the song or maybe like to pause to get students engaged. But what if we have like a large class? Is it suitable to put a song, like even the problem with management, you know?
Yeah.
So
with teenagers, I do recommend using them and their favorite songs. That's what I did with my teenagers. And when they brought their own songs, they were really attentive.
Okay, so when we make them choose their own songs, in this way, they can be like, they can feel more participating in the lesson.
That's true.
Okay.
And if they work on a gap filling exercise or any exercise, please put them in pairs.
Yeah.
Because if you put them, if you make them work individually, still they will try to cheat. So it's better to put them in pairs, and then they will cheat, but in a pair.
Working in pairs actually is one of the things that I mostly do, because like for everything, like just even in grammar or in other activities, it's like more, it serves more to them to work together than working individually.
And if you have the interactive whiteboard, you can put the lyrics on it, okay? And then you can play the song, and they can, and when there are highlighted sentences, they can look only at the board to understand. So depending what you have.
Okay, thank you.
If anybody else would like to ask a question, comment, add anything to the portfolio, rich portfolio presented to us by Urszula, maybe.
Thank you for a great presentation. See you next time. And of course, please feel welcome to our conference in September. I would like to see you all. I didn't understand the game, what she was asking for. I don't know what game.
Teach classes. There is a message. I teach classes of up to 40 pupils. They have
Mhm.
3 hours English a week, and they have group session once in 2
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, okay.
So I keep the song for them. Yes,
Mhm.
that was the message.
Yeah, and but if you involve them in reading, as I said, when you cut up the lyrics, they will not be that noisy because they will read. So it's also the advice for a larger group of students you have to work with. Mhm.
But that is quite demanding for
I
the
don't
students.
understand the concept of yes/no game. I think it was obvious. Sorry. Somebody doesn't understand, okay? Students have got cards, yes, no, and I show them the word, okay, and a picture, and in the picture there is address. When I say address, oh, this is address, I've got address, students have to say yes, and they show yes, okay? If I show a picture with address, but I say trousers, or these are trousers, I've got trousers on, so they have to say no, and they have to show no. That's yes, no, or true, false game. Okay, I get it. Yeah, thank you. Good, great. Mhm. Okay,
Great.
yeah, good, great. Yeah. So I'm a good teacher. Okay,
Sure.
within seconds to understand. Very nice. Yeah, it's very nice. It's really nice. I love the game. Okay. Yeah. I think that's it.
That's it. Yes.
I think the last
Thank
thing
you.
is to wish you all a really nice holiday.
Yeah. In Poland, we have a long weekend. It's
Yes.
beginning tomorrow. Many people were leaving tonight, so there was huge traffic, as I said at the beginning, in the streets of Krakow, for example. And so Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 4 days
Yes.
relaxation.
Okay.
And then,
But
in
then
my
holiday.
case, the summer session starts.
Yes.
in a
Yes,
week.
of course.
As most of us will have hard work as still this
Yes.
year.
Okay.
But you are welcome to join our webinars. They will be taking place this year till the end of July. In July, we are having a very interesting set of speakers from France Telecom with Bethany Cagnol and Sinead Namour and Richard Palmer. So it will be also interesting.
Mhm. Of course.
Ula, thank you.
Thank you.
You did a great job. Tonight, you really deserve a special prize for the teacher who never gives up, who is always inspirational, although her voice is in the way,
Fading.
yes, of no obstacle can stop you. So
Of course.
congratulations. Let's wave goodbye.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
And
Thank
come
you.
to the conference and join us for the next webinars. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Dorina
Bye-bye.
has
Thank you.
visualized
See you.
herself
Bye-bye.
nicely. Tomek has been with us all the time.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
great.
goodbye.
That's
See you
fantastic.
later. Inshallah.
Bye, everyone.